All right, welcome back to BT Vancouver. It's Wednesday morning. It's a beautiful one. Nice day to go take a hike somewhere, and that's why we're talking about being bear aware once again on this program. So pleased to welcome back Lucy Cadman from the North Shore Black Bear Society. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, you too. Now, our own Mary Cranston was hiking around Cypress on the weekend. She had a bear encounter. I'll talk a little bit about how she handled that. But first of all, the black bears right now locally, what's their behavior like? I assume they're gathering food for the little cubs?
That's right. Well, it's actually a very, very active time for black bears right now. So typically female bears live on the periphery of urban environments. That helps to keep their young cubs safer from male bears. Male bears are a threat to young cubs, and it's mating season right now. So male bears are coming down from further away. They typically live in the better habitat away from people, but they're coming down a little bit closer now in search of females. So this is the time of year that we have young bears, last year's cubs, so teenage bears that have recently been dispersed. So right before mating season, the mother sends those young bears away to find their own home range. That helps to keep them safe from those male bears. So we got curious young teenage bears. They're inexperienced. They're learning how to behave around people and around dogs. We've got mothers with cubs that might spend a little bit more time closer to the community, and that's because they're avoiding those male bears that are looking for females to mate with. So understanding what bears are up to seasonally really helps to reduce surprise encounters and hopefully increases tolerance too. So when bears spend time in the community, it's not that they're coming down to look to hurt people or our pets. It might be that they're seeking safety from threats that we aren't aware of. Or, of course, it might be that they're finding unnatural food sources in the community. So bear safety really starts at home, making sure you have no food around your property that will keep bears in the neighborhood.
Very interesting. And with people sort of in lockdown during the pandemic, is there any relation to more bear sightings because there were people some weeks ago not going out as much?
Well, in fact, we were quite surprised, and we had very few reports in the early spring of bears in the community, but we had many reports of people encountering bears in our regional parks and before the closures in our provincial parks. So many more people now are spending time on the trails. I know especially where I live, it's usually very quiet, but we had so many more people out there in the forest. So it's great to have this opportunity to let people know how to behave in the forest. We've got a responsibility to reduce our impact on bears and, of course, to keep ourselves safe. So using your voice is the best tool. You won't leave your voice at home. Those bear bells are pretty useless. But use your voice when you're in the forest. Talk to your dog. Keep your dog on leash, of course, as well. More than half of all negative wildlife encounters involve off-leash dogs. So that voice, using your voice, bears recognize human voices. Talk to friends, family, the squirrels, and bears, that gives them an opportunity then to climb a tree or hide until you have gone. Black bears do not want to meet us, but people are everywhere. And if a bear doesn't run away when you encounter it, it does not mean that that bear is bold or aggressive. In order to survive, bears have adapted and they become more tolerant to human presence. They need to do that. If they ran away every time they saw a person or dog, they would have no energy left to survive.
Wow, okay, those are great tips, Lucy. And we have to leave it there for time, but we really thank you for yours today, and we'll get this online for all of our viewers.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Okay, you have a great day. That's Lucy Cadman from the North Shore Black Bear Society, and we'll be back with more BT.